everyone. My name is Urmandeep Singh. I am student of ACTS. So today I am going to present a presentation on analyze the structure of a small building of specific design. So the main topic I cover in this presentation is importance and relevance of small building design in New Zealand. Discussion on functionally sustainability, user needs, material, time, cost, implication, impact the design process. So the next topic is determine design criteria and safety factors in assessing designing loads. So explore factor influencing design criteria selection. So the last topic is analyze of the key structure element, foundation and structure requirement. So at the end I'll discuss conclusion. So the first topic is importance and relevance of small building design in the New Zealand. So the design of small building play a crucial role in New Zealand. In terms of affordable housing, environmental sustainability, the cultural preservation, it honors cultural heritage, reduce environmental impact, offers cost-effective solution. Resistance to natural disaster. Using a small-scale buildings, design contribute to the development of lively, resilient, and sustainable built environment. So the next topic is discussion on functionality, sustainability, user needs, material, time, and cost. Implication impact the design process. So the first one is functionality. Utility is essential in small building scales construction project. Spaces need to be designed effectively in order to maximize utility and meet specific needs. Layout, material and system must all be carefully considered in order to guarantee the best possible use of the available space and resources. Every component includes structural integrity and interior functionality. Must complement the building's overall purpose and usability. The second one is stability. Stability in design aims to minimize environmental impact through resource management, waste reduction, and social and economical consideration. It aims to create long-lasting solutions that meets present need without jeopardizing the ability of future generations to meet their own needs in order to foster a more resilient and equitable world. User needs. For small building project by homeowners, the following are typical needs. The first one is architecture plan, permits, skilled labor like such as plumber, electrician, carpenters, and many others. Building supplies such as lumber, concrete, fixtures, and possibility heavy machinery. Adherence to safety regulation and efficient project management are also necessary for construction project to be successful. So the next one is material. So material is also very important in construction industry. Material as used in design. It encompasses all substance used in product criteria from natural resources to synthetic compound. Environmental impact. Durability, affordability, availability, and recyclability are all considered. Careful material selection is necessary to minimize ecological footprints and resource depletion with achieving desired functionality, sustainability, and aesthetic appeal. So next one, the next main two factors are time and cost. So time in design represent the temporal opportunities and constraint that occurs during a project lifestyle. The ability to manage time effectively is crucial for fulfilling obligations, optimizing process, and ensuring that products or services are delivered on time. Designers who achieve a balance between throughout research, iteration, and executive enable efficient innovation and responsiveness to shifting market conditions. So next one is time. Cost, sorry. The cost of design includes the money required to develop, produce, and market goods and services. It pays for marketing, labor, supplies, and overhead. Effective cost management necessitates finding a balance between quality and value in order to maximize profitability, maintain market competitiveness, and provide satisfactory returns and investment. The next topic is determine design criteria and safety factors in assessing design loads. The NZ Building Codes enumerates a number of variables that impact the design standards for determining loads in New Zealand, such as wind, snow, seismic activities, and soil condition. Safety factors are applied to design loads to ensure structural resilience against uncertainties and unforeseen events. Engineers adhere to standards such as NZ 1170 and NZS 3101, which provides guidelines for determining appropriate loads and safety factors suited to specific environment and structure requirement. The next one is explore factor influencing design criteria selection. Many factors include technological advancement, cultural consideration, seismic resilience, and environmental sustainability influence the selection of design criteria in New Zealand. New Zealand's commitment to sustainable practices inform design choice, which cultural heritage, space, architecture, aesthetics. Seismic activity necessitates strong structural design and stringent laws ensure that safety standards are met. Technological advancement also influence choice about construction techniques, material and energy efficient which influence the design standards as a whole. The next topic is analyze of the key structure element, foundation and substructure requirements. Structural element, building codes and seismic activities influence the use of steel or reinforced concrete frame for earthquake resilience in New Zealand. Important structure component. Design must adhere to the stringent safety requirement of the building code, which include concentration of load-bearing capacity and wind resistance. Growing sustainability concerns are driving the adoption of eco-friendly material and energy-efficient design techniques. So first one is foundation. In the design of foundation, soil conditions and seismic risk are taken into account in New Zealand. Among the techniques are piles and slabs of reinforced concrete, which usually contain component resistance to earthquakes. The potential for liquefaction is considered in some places. Construction code must be followed to ensure the stability, security, and longevity of buildings. The next one is substructure requirement. These substructure requirements in New Zealand are based on seismic safety regulations as well as environmental sustainability goals. Top priority is given to earthquake resistance in design using techniques like reinforced foundation and long-lasting material. Is also given to reducing the impact of the environment with focus on site specific factor and resource efficiency. So at the end, its conclusion, seismic resilience, sustainability and building code compliances were all taken into consideration when designing a small building in New Zealand. It sturdy seismic resistant foundation in most likely composed of reinforced concrete. Superstructure materials balance durability and energy efficiency to improve occupant comfort. They design maximum natural light and ventilation while adhering to safety regulation. Sustainable element like water conservation and renewable energy system, which reflect New Zealand commitment to sustainability and resilience, further enhance the building environment performance. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Any questions? Very good presentation. Thank you. Could you please explain about the benefits of using wood in small building structures?
Benefits
Of
of
using wood in
wood.
wood, yes.
Like in future, if we want to do any change, we can do change in the buildings. And there are many more like advantage of using wood in construction. Which one is like uh, looks good, and yeah, and good for ventilation.
And could you also explain some limitations of the wood?
Some like disadvantages of wood.
Disadvantages.
Uh, like wood cannot run for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, and wood also catches fire.
Okay. So it's okay, yes.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous for the fire.
Dangerous for the fire, and that's it.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Any more questions from the students? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your